Welcome to the Handyman's Haven. I'm Ray, and thanks for dropping by and see what I'm doing this week. Well, I've got this trailer hitch. I bought a new trailer hitch for my trailer because I jacked my trailer up. I flipped the axle on it, so I'm a lot higher. So I need this adjustable trailer hitch. This happened to the trailer hitch I had before too, so it's a common problem with when you're towing. And here's the problem. Hitch noise. So I'll just get rid of the ball for now to show you what I'm doing here. So here's the hitch. It's pinned in and there's a lot of movement in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tightener for the hitch to keep it snug in the receiver. Now you can buy these commercially made, but I'm hauling a 30-foot trailer. I've got this heavy-duty hitch. I'm going to make my own because what I've seen out there looks pretty light. They may work, I don't know, but half the fun is doing the project. So I'm going to take this into my workbench right now and we'll just show you how I made this up. Now here's a look at how I've got it set up in the workbench here. I've just got a piece of receiving tube in my vise here. Makes it easy to slide the receiver in and out when I'm working on it. And this is just my regular hitch pin here. Remove that. And what I've added to the hitch here, pull out, see it, is a piece of angle iron. See right here, she's welded on both sides. There. So in addition to the piece of angle iron that I welded actually to the hitch, here's a few other parts that I scrounged in the shop here to make my tightener. I have turnbuckle here, and especially like this particular turnbuckle, I had a whole bunch of these in the shop. It has a closed end on it. You can see right here, right in this part. If I quit wiggling it around, you can see it's completely closed, whereas on another turnbuckle I had, is simply crimped around. And what I'm concerned with using something like this it would just simply open up on me as I tighten the set screws to tighten up my hitch. So what I did, took one of these and got myself a deep nut. You can see with that, simply a regular 5/16 nut, but it's deep. So I can join two pieces together. I can join a bolt and I can join my turnbuckle, this piece here. So I can join the two together, just thread them in there. And that way I can adjust how tight I get the hitch. So once I cut this off, just cut this right off at the neck here, I actually left a bunch of threads on. And that's where I had a little bit of trouble. I didn't realize till I had it cut off and tried to put it into the nut, it's a left-hand thread. The hook portion is a right-hand thread. So what I did, I actually cut it off right here. I just cut the threads off and I re-threaded this portion 5/16 threads so that it would screw into the end of the deep nut. So that's what I have here. I've got it threaded in, and I'm going to put a little tack weld on here just to make sure that this won't loosen off, because this stays stationary. You'll see in a minute when I put it together. This stays stationary on the hitch pin that actually holds the hitch into the receiver. And then this one, the bolt, goes through the angle iron, joins up with this, and allows me to tighten it up. So I'll put it together and let you see how this thing goes together and give you an idea how it works. Now I'm going to assemble it. We've got our hitch pin here. this is the one I was going to use, and I'll explain why I can't use it. I even put a washer on here, so that welded a washer on so that this wouldn't fall off. But you'll see in a moment why I can't use it. But anyway, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use this. So this just goes in regular. You put on, before you put this on, slip the opposite side one on. And this goes through. Here's my other one. This hooks on. The hairpin clip. And now this goes through the hole in that angle iron. Threads into the deep nut, like so. Now here on the other side we've got the other deep nut and ring. Our bolt goes through into the nut. Snug these up, both sides, and just take your ratchet and tighten them up, both sides. Now this is a mock setup because it's not in a piece of receiver tube, but now this is tightened this piece of hitch that rattles if it was in a receiver tube to the hitch pin. Now the part I enjoy best about my garage projects is figuring out how all this stuff is going to work. And after assembling this, I came up with several problems. The original pin, this one right here that's through the hitch, this is just going through the hitch itself. It's not going through the receiver tube. And I didn't account for that, so I thought I could use the original pin. Can't do that because once this goes through the receiver tube, there's nothing left to put my rings on. So what I ended up doing, I got a piece of shaft. I drilled a hole in the end, and the hole is big enough so that I can use my lock and lock my hitch on. And on the other end of the shaft, I got a heavy-duty washer, welded that on inside and out. So now I have the length. Now these will stay on the hitch all the time, so you don't have to worry about it. The only thing you have to do when you hook up the hitch is you put your pin through, catch both turnbuckles, like so, put the lock on, and tighten it up. Use your ratchet to give it the final tightening. One other thing I noticed, once I had it on the truck with my new pin, and I tightened it up, and it tightened the hitch nicely into the receiver tube, and I torqued on this a little hard, and what I ended up doing was, I don't know whether you can see it, I actually bent this angle a little bit here. It's got a little bit of a bend in it. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. I'll put a bridge across here, and that'll keep that from bending. Probably do top and bottom, and that'll make that nice and solid, so if I get real torquey on my wrench, I'm not going to be able to do anything except have a really tight hitch. Now I left the last time I was going to install a couple of strengthening gussets, and here they are. I've got a piece right on here. This angle iron, as I tighten my bolt through the hole here, it would pull this angle iron in this direction towards the vehicle. Just too much torque, so I put this block in here. Just happen to find two pieces that fit. One on this side, get it in the light here, one on this side, and that should substantially increase the strength. Well, let's go try it in the truck and just see if they're going to bend or not. Okay, we'll install the entire hitch from start to finish and let you see how it works here. Here's our new pin, extra long, and we just thread one of our deep nuts on, like so. Pin it through the hitch. I know you can't see this, but helps if you get it in the right hole there. It's a little short. As I say, in future installations, these will always be on the hitch. It's the pin I just have to shove through to catch both eyes. So this will always be on, sitting like that. Put our bolt through. And I'm looking forward to see how these gussets will work by strengthening this angle iron. I think that's going to move now. And we'll just snug them up. So once this is on, each time you install the hitch, all you have to do is slide the pin through the two turnbuckle eyes, tighten these up, put my security lock on, and let's just see how this takes the rattle out of the hitch. Now, here's how the hitch would normally ride. Drives you nuts on some of the ugly frost heave roads here in Canada. And just snug this up, just get them tight, and then I'm gonna put a little torque on it. Don't need much. Oh, it's snug. Now this baby better not rattle. I'm getting a little click, but I think that's the play in the pin going through the hitch. Oh, I'd be happy with that. So there you go. My anti-rattle device for the trailer hitch is complete and made out of basically parts and stuff that I had lying around the shop. If you didn't have these parts, I mean, a couple of turnbuckles, a couple of deep nuts, and a little bit of stock, and visit your friend's welding shop if you don't have a welder and tack it together. But I'm really happy with that. So. Well, the hitch is finished, got it all painted, got a few scratches on putting it together, but it's going to get a lot more scratches. Let me just show you all of the items on this hitch now. Now you remember when we first started this, there was a number of things we were going to do to this hitch to accommodate some things. One was to take the rattle out of it, and the other was to add on an attachment for my dual anti-sway bars. And let me just show you what we've done here. Now you remember earlier in the video I made this extra long pin to hold my hitch in. The apparatus that I have here for tightening the hitch up has to be added on to this, so we needed this extra long pin. And these are identical on both sides. You can see here I have my deep nut with the ring in it and bolt going through. Same on this other side. So I slide the hitch pin through, catching the eyelet, catching this eye as well. See that there? And then of course I can put a lock on there to secure it. So that's the hitch. Now the next thing we have to do, and you only have to do this once when you put your hitch on here. I'm just snugging up the 2 bolts I have going into the deep nuts, like so, nice and snug. And now I can beat on this hitch all I want, and it isn't going to rattle. So I'm going to really appreciate that when I'm on the road. Now this is an adjustable hitch. I raised my trailer quite high, so I have to have some adjustment here to accommodate that. And so what I've done here is I have the bottom pin as a locking pin, so this can't be stolen. And of course the hitch is locked into the receiver as well. And then the second pin on top here is just a stabilizer. So it's double pinned there. Now the other attachment I made was an attachment to put my dual anti-sway bars on. And this is that attachment. Got the 2 balls. This is a piece of receiving tube that'll fit over top of the hitch here. It's got a cutout in the back. So on this particular hitch, there's a reinforcing bracket right here, an angle. So that means I can slide this down below where it is right now if I move my hitch down. So this is adjustable and also removable. So this just slides on. Pin her on. Put the hairpin clip in. And this is just temporary. It also has provision for a lock. A safety nut. There's so much stuff stolen off vehicles that I just want to make sure that they're going to really have to work at it if they want it. So that's it. I'm really pleased with this. The hitch itself is very stable. A little bit of play in my anti-sway bar, but I'm not too worried about that.